It's starting to get real serious up in here. What is going on, guys? We are talking American Horror Story Cult Midwestern Assassin. Now, this episode, it's been getting better. All right, now I'm seeing it get better and better and better for this season. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. In the beginning, I wasn't liking it. Too much politics, too much this, that. I'm like, where's the story headed to? But like I say all the time, if you give me a sloppy beginning or not too good of a beginning, but you're able to pick it up in the middle, but here is the but. You give me a great ending along the way, then it was a successful season. So far, these episodes have been they've been great. They've been top notch. I've been entertained. There's been a lot of twists, a little bit turns. You see now the motives of Kai. And in this episode, it's still the motives of Kai. Kai is this sleazy, like the one chick in this episode said, you're like kind of like a sleazy car salesman. All right. You are saying one thing. Yeah, I know your game. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to provoke fear when we don't need fear. We don't need flies on the garbage. We need to worry about the garbage, which I love that line. I love it. But this chick who was running, so there's a chick that runs against Kai. You know what? First of all, she's pointing. She has a target in her back. There was one particular moment in this episode where I'm like, "You're an idiot. Why didn't you just shoot the gun?" And there's dumb stuff that happens in this episode. There's dumb stuff that Sarah Paulson does, Alison does in this episode too. But you know what? Overall, the whole episode was just really entertaining. Really, you get the sense of Kai's motives. You get the sense of what this cult is really, really about, and how they're trying to strive even higher. You even see Ivy. You see Ivy's position. You see Ivy's backstory. You see how Ivy and Allison kind of where that fell apart. There's some great things happening in this episode. Like I said, though, there is questionable things. There's questionable things that the characters do. It was very predictable in the beginning of these, not in the very beginning of this episode, but one particular character, it was very, very predictable what was going to go down towards the end. I will say, Ryan Murphy, of course, they edited heavily on the shooting that goes down in this episode because of, the Las Vegas shooting, which was absolutely insane. But in this episode, I'm all for it, just edit it down because you don't necessarily need that crazy drama that especially what's going on right now happening in the show, because you kind of you can get to the point and still tell a story without having some crazy shootouts and stuff. So I mean it didn't really look like they edited a lot, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot more carnage towards the end of this episode than there was. But I think the editing did a good job by just kind of conveying what was happening. But I will say though, there was it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird how it all went down towards the end. It was definitely horrific though. It was still horrific. It still leaves you in the mind, especially so soon with real tragedy that's happening. And it's sad. It's just it's a situation like that. I mean, this has happened before with movies and World Trade Center and all that stuff. So it's a sensitive issue. But going back into the series, a lot of these characters are now you're now getting really in touch basis with, a lot of the characters that are in this cult, like the reporter, the guy from Parks and Rec, I can't remember his name, with his lover. You get the sense of what Kai's all about, and also what's Winter relationship with Ivy. You get the sense of these characters, and it just really, it's really what I really love about so far this American Horror Story season is that Evan Peters is full in your face in the picture. I think they're giving Sarah Paulson a little bit of a back seat, which is great because her character is annoying as shit. But Evan Peters is such a character that every word he spouts out, you can see why his cult is his cult. You can see why people are following him. Even when they call him full of shit, they still go back to his ways and they still go believe in him. So I think Evan Peters is eating every scene he is in. I think that, yes, this episode, though predictable, was very good at telling some of the flashback. The flashbacks are being used really great because it does throw you in a little bit of a loop, but you get what's going on. And I think overall, the true fear that's happening throughout this neighborhood and the true fear about ascending to another status and how in using a specific moment or using a tragedy to ascend to even higher goals is crazy, and it's exactly what happened throughout history if you look at it. So American Horror Story, tonight's episode, episode 6, was great. It did its job once again. It's sucking me in to what's going to happen next. If you go at the end of your episode saying what's going to happen next, it's doing its job. So I thought tonight's episode rocked it again, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. I want to see what happens next. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on tonight's episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How are you feeling now that we're moving along, we're coasting along? So, and what did you feel about the edited portion of this episode? Did you feel like you didn't see the difference, or they still kind of hit you a little bit hard? But let me know. Thank you guys. I'm Dan Making Son. Subscribe to the channel and enjoy all our other videos. Bye, guys.